live?
We're live.
All right.
Good to see
Dave,
you,
what's
Pete.
going on, buddy?
All good, my brother. You, everything cool?
You feeling good?
I tell you what, at the moment, I'm feeling magnificent. Yeah, I am.
So, the radio pluggers, I know it's your enterprise, your babies, this
Yeah.
thing you've been fostering for a while to help musicians that, to gain a foothold and get their art heard.
Yeah.
So, I know you're an artist
Mhm.
at first,
Mhm.
and you had some issues with as far as getting your art out there and trying to use different promotions, and tell me a little bit about that.
Man, I've been playing the guitar since I was 12. I've been writing songs since I was about 8. Music is a massive part of my life, a really important part of my life. I do believe that at certain points in my life and lower points, if it wasn't for the fact I had a guitar and the music around me, God knows what would have happened to me. The reason, I'll keep it short and sweet, the reason I set up Radio Pluggers was simple. I engaged 3 radio plugging companies. 2 London-based, one I won't throw it in Holland. I won't even call it that. Let's just say that. I won't even call it because it's a fake. It's not a real. And they don't send records to radio. But I'm not going to mention their names or anything. I can just jog on with their crap promotion service. So after engaging 3 pluggers, spending about 3.5 grand, got nothing for it. Didn't even get a proper report. I think that my money was taken. They spent it on alcohol, drugs, women, and the rest of it they squandered. You know what I mean? So, no, but they did. There wasn't really a level of promotion there. So I was so frustrated and hurt because I made a great video, spent a lot of money on this video where I'm flying around London. And, like any true musician will tell you, their music is like their baby. And I know it from personal experience. When you decide to make a record and you make something great, you put your heart and your soul into it. And you put your hard-earned money into it as well. So after being ripped off, I thought, right, I'm gonna buy every single radio station contact I can get my hands on around the world, which I did. And also we spent like the last nearly 4 years now researching radio stations and media contacts and blogging sites and podcast sites and everything. It's all about having the best contacts to present our musicians to.
Well, I think that's one of the things that was cool was going on there and taking a look at just all the different countries that kind of interact with the website, so the message is slowly getting out there. But as far as the musicians go, I seen a couple of the reports that you had 4 musicians and they had like little hot spots all over the world where people actually, the radio stations or the media contacts are actually downloading that. So tell me a little bit about that.
I've lost my thread there. Can you repeat that? Say that again.
So the
too many questions.
No. So as
One
far
at a
as
time, please.
no, as far as the heat maps of the people that are actually downloading the content, the artists.
Oh, you're talking about the musicians' profiles?
Yes.
Oh, it's global now. I mean, most of the contacts we've got are in America. It's over 10,000 just in America. Then you switch over to the UK. We've got over 3,500. Germany, we've got I think about 2,500 there. In France, we've got loads of contacts. At the moment, we've got country managers in Japan researching radio media contacts in Japan, and in Spain as well, and in France, and it's global. I'm just excited and I feel very humbled. I genuinely do, as you know I do. I feel very humbled and very blessed to be sitting here today, considering we started with a blank piece of paper. To be sitting here today, and I'm just enjoying the ride, bro. I'm really enjoying the ride. And 4 years, we've had like one complaint, and that was from an artist that made a crap record. Not a crap record, but not the best record in the world. And I've always said, you can't buy your way into the industry. You can't buy your way into a chart position. Radio, at the end of the day, as a plugging house, we can present records to radio media contacts, but ultimately the decision lies with them. Now, this particular person I'm talking about still had over 20 stations downloading her record for broadcast. But if I'm honest, the diction wasn't very good on it. Her artwork wasn't very good. It looked like something from a photo booth because it was from a photo booth. She's in like this baseball cap, and I even mentioned about because what's the point in presenting a B movie? If people want to present a B movie, I'd rather they don't use us. Honestly, I'd rather they save their money because it's just a waste. But if they're at the point that they've got something and it's an A game, you know what I mean, and they know it's right, and it's all about the details at the end of the day. It's all about what you present. Look at that Towie record we've just taken on. He's had 10 #1 hits. It's his first record in English, out the box, Towie. People should check it out. It's amazing. And he's flying high at the moment. But when you watch his video, you'll see that it's set at the right level, at the right bar. and everything about what he does is right. And that's why he's winning, man. That's why he's winning. So I'm happy. I mean, we've got rock stars from the 1960s coming through us at the moment. You know, we've got incredible artists from so many different genres of music around the world that are using our service because we do deliver. You know, and I'm very proud of that. And we're just going to keep building, keep growing, keep making our database stronger, our contacts stronger. And it's lovely. We are the world's first true global radio and media promotion house. So I can always claim that as being the creator of it. I'm very proud of that. Yeah, very proud of
great.
that. Yeah, very proud of that.
So, what are some other like markets that you're trying to break into? Because right now you have a bunch of contacts in the U.S. and I was just looking on there and I was looking at the different states.
Yeah.
And just seeing all the different contacts in the United States. And of course, Europe, you're actually having a lot of different contacts in Europe. So what are some other areas or what other countries you're trying to break into?
Well, we've already broken into them, to be honest with you. We started out from day one, researching everywhere. I mean, I've spent weeks looking at, perfect example, Thailand. We did one for Sony Music. They had a dance duo that charted there previously. So when Sony came through and asked us to focus on that target area, I spent like 2 weeks of my life just researching radio and media contacts in Thailand. It's all about the product at the end of the day. And what we can do is present music globally, which I think is fantastic. You know, yeah, digital age, the world has become a bit smaller. You know, and it's not like. See, I don't like radio pluggers, just to be honest with you. I don't like them. I find that they're quite...
Well, I mean, what is a radio plugger? Because I'm from the United States.
A radio plugger would
and
be...
if you're not real familiar with what the lingo is...
A radio plugger would be perceived as somebody that's normally got a rucksack on their back, they've got some CDs in there, and they go round to their local radio stations and they try and get records played on the radio. I don't like them normally. I've got experiences with them. I find them normally quite arrogant. Delusions of grandeur, they think they're really important because they're in the music industry and all that stupidness.
They're really that catalyst between the artist and the radio station or the media platform.
If you don't have a radio plugger at the end of, you know, having your record made, it's not really going to go very far, you know. And that's why I started. I was so, I mean, heartbroken is an understatement for how I felt. Heartbroken, genuinely heartbroken. And I thought, I want to knock all these white boys, all these skanks out of business. And slowly but surely, I think we're achieving that.
So I know obviously you have all the radio stations, all the contacts for them, but do you have any digital platforms, like online type music, as far as the outreach to them as well?
I don't know what you mean by that.
Like Spotify and...
Oh God, we hit everybody. I mean, we hit everybody, and whoever we're not hitting, we're coming to you soon. Really, we're coming to you very soon. No, we're hitting everyone, and I'm just proud of the team we got and the work ethic that we've got, and you know what we're achieving already, and we've got massive plans. You know, massive plans. Yeah.
I know when I was younger, so if I want to hear new music and whatever's like the most popular music going on, I listen to MTV.
Oh yeah.
But now it seems like everything's kind of transitioned to YouTube now.
Massively.
Why don't you tell me a little bit about why you think YouTube's important for the artists and how they can help support them?
Well, YouTube, let's face it, YouTube is modern day television. My nephews spend more time on YouTube than they do on terrestrial television, for one thing. And it's such an important platform for artists that have made a video to be seen. And the great thing about our YouTube adverts campaign, it's simple. We can actually target. So if you've got a band, for example, in Texas, for example, like Seven the Great from Texas, we ran a similar campaign with him. We targeted YouTube promotion specifically to that area because he was on a low budget. So we wanted to create a local, you know, sort of like fan base from there, which we achieved, by the way. He's doing very well with Court of Eye, a good tune as well. With Towie, it's slightly different because he's more global. So they asked us to target like Los Angeles, New York and London, which we're doing. So it's just an incredibly powerful service, and it's you know, it's clever stuff. It's clever stuff. I'm proud of it. Yeah, and it actually does what it says on the tin. You know, yeah,
it's always a bonus.
It's always a bonus. Always a bonus.
Yeah, we actually were just looking at the Towie record. Just hit 100,000 views on YouTube. Yeah. So that was awesome.
He's flying as well. And honestly, whoever's watching this, please check out Towie Out the Box. It is genuinely an incredible record. I mean, I was speaking with him on the phone a couple of days, and his manager Sam. I do believe in spirituality and karma and all that sort of stuff, and he's just a lovely person. So I wish him all the success in the world, and I think he'll get it.
That's great.
Mate, he's already had 10 number ones. He's already had it, in all fairness.
Yeah, but he's trying to break into new markets
Yeah,
too.
and he will do. He will do. He's got a great album. He spent the last 5 years crafting it, and he sets the bar incredibly high. And I'm a record producer, so I should know the difference. And I do know the difference between a B movie and an A movie. And that man is firing on all cylinders at the moment. Really, I reckon he's fresher than Jay-Z in present time. I really do. And I'm a Jay fan, but he's killing it. He's smashing it. And that's lovely for us. We love it when we get sent a record. Like when I got the Toey record, I was flipping out, freaking out. I thought, wow, this is amazing. This is a hit. This is it. And, well, proof's in the pudding. Watch it chart, because it's coming.
I know you're talking about just how powerful the platform is. And I know something behind the scenes that we're kind of working on is podcasting. So do you think, the tools that are utilized for plugging music can be used for podcasters?
Oh my
too?
word, God, very much so. Very exciting with the podcast plans. Yeah, we're already lining up promotions for podcasts all over the place, and I think that podcasters have fallen foul to bad promotion companies. There's a lot of spams out there. It's like you can get fake YouTube views, you can get fake Facebook likes and Twitter likes and that sort of stuff. But at the end of the day, they're just numbers on the screen. You're not going to get a fan base from it. You're not going to get unit sales from it. So you need real promotion. And I think podcasters are wonderful, and I'm excited about that. And I think we've got great things ahead of us. So I'm pleased.
Yeah,
all about evolution and development, and I'm not going to sit back on my laurels now saying, well, we've already achieved it, we're global, we've achieved this and everything. It's not about that. It really is about the development of it. What we can do for musicians and brands and podcasters, around the world. It's powerful stuff. I love it. I feel very humbled to be part of it. I'm a cog. I'm a little cog in a big wheel, and I love that. And we've got the most incredible team, the most incredible board, wonderful country managers. There's a lot of heart in it. And there's a lot of musicians here as well. I'm a musician. Jacko, who's our global operations manager, Kyriakos, is the best harmonica player I know. Vladimir from Russia, he's a good guitarist. Jag Yamamoto is a record producer, he's our country manager in Tokyo. So we've got a lot of musicians around us, and I love that slogan, made by musicians for musicians, because it's exactly what it is. So we've taken the corporate bollocks, I'm going to say it, corporate bollocks out of this company. And it's run professionally, but it's run by people that actually care. And I think you can tell that, and that's why we get the results we get, and that's why everyone's as passionate as they are, and that's why we're growing at the rate we're growing. It's lovely, exciting, yeah.
Well, how else would you like to see this grow as far as global?
Well, it's already global, but at the moment, we're looking at the sites going up in Russian, it's going up in German. We've already got the translations for it. It's going up in Italiano. It's going up in French. It's been uploaded in real time right now in German. So it's just cool, and it's about what I've said. It's about global service. But with a localized, care. Yeah.
All right, Dave. Well, I think it's really exciting now. People they seen your profile as far as the article that you did about radio pluggers.
That's from the heart, though. I wrote that from the heart.
But I think actually sitting here talking to you about it, as a musician, trying to help other musicians, and being able to actually get their music into people's hands, and
that's
the opportunity that's what we do. That's important. So.
If you look on our story page, you'll see there's a map, a global map, and it's an example from a record we promoted recently from Pasha, which was a Eurovision contender for 2019, representing Poland. And you can just see from the first broadcast, we sent out obviously the 3 broadcasts that she signed up for the Platinum campaign. And you can just see from that initial broadcast, the scale of the service. I think from memory, don't quote me on this, but I think it was 40 or 46 stations in New York. Looked at a musician's profile, then you fly over to, you can see on the map, go to LA and San Francisco stations there. In the UK, I can't remember the exact numbers, have a look, 60, 70, 80 stations and media contact. and it goes through Europe and worldwide. I mean, it's phenomenal, man.
That's the thing with media; they're always constantly looking for new content. So.
Yeah, and we're constantly looking for new contacts as well. So all of our database is verified. We don't send out any emails to dormant email accounts. Everything's cleaned. Everything's, it's done properly. We've professionalized, and I'm proud to say it, a pretty shoddy and corrupt industry. Yeah, and I like that. And that's why we're growing, and that's why we win. And that's why, as I said in my thing, that's why we get the love we get, because what we do is great. I'm very proud of it. It is my baby. And the team that I've got around me are an A movie. I call them the A-Team. We've got BA, we've got Hannibal, we've got Murdoch, it is the A-Team, and everyone is just loving it where we are. It's a wonderful journey, and very humbled, and thank God for the successes we're having, and pray to God many, many more.
Well, that's awesome. So let's wrap this up.
So
PJ, radiopluggers.com.
Hey, listen, thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you, man. And
Dave, the CEO, Radio Pluggers. And
musician. And a musician.
So you're on Twitter.
Personally, I don't do all the social
Facebook,
stuff, but Radio Pluggers has got Twitters and Facebooks and Instagrams all over the world now. So, but if you want to get hold of me, go to the website. My email address is on there. Drop me a line, no problem. I will answer back. If somebody sends me a message, I always answer back. So,
all right, thank you.
Yeah.
We're out.
All right, we out? Okay, goodbye.